Hey guys, so I got a lot of yeses to do this video, so I'm just gonna go with it. I didn't really plan on how I would do it. I thought I would just talk and hopefully not ramble. So this is my suicide story. So it started so I've been feeling depressed and really upset for a long time. So this had to be middle school, 6th grade. And as time went on, I got more and more upset, depressed. So I think it all caused from my self-esteem. I wasn't the prettiest kid ever. Being bullied, it wasn't a physical bullying. It was oh, she's ugly and she's fat and she's ugly to be a light-skinned, because light-skinned girls are supposed to be pretty, I guess. I don't know. And then I found out I was adopted, not by my mom, but my godmom. She told me, and that got really hard on me. I was why doesn't anyone want me? It really made my self-esteem really plummet. And I'm just getting trying to get over that, not knowing my mom. Me and my boyfriend just had this conversation in the car the other day, and he asked me did I want to meet my mom. I was well, maybe. I know I look like her, a lot. So, and then I don't know my dad, so that's a big thing. Excuse me. So yeah. I'm trying not to get really emotional. Then high school, high school is really bullcrap. People don't care about people's feelings at all, and it's just a popularity contest. And I was honestly at the bottom. No one wanted to really be my friend. I had Zaya because me and her met in middle school through summer tutoring, and then Kathy, we met through cheerleading in 8th grade. Yeah, I was a cheerleader. Cheerleader with low self-esteem, is that common? I don't know, but I had that, and then I did cheerleading in my first 2 years of high school, and they weren't really the nicest people. They thought they were better than everyone else, which is really bullcrap because a lot of them weren't. They were going through the same stuff I probably was, but I digress. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot of ums and not knowing what to say, but I just thought I would do it because if I saw it more, I wouldn't be making it. So there's that. And then my Aunt Crystal died when I was 12, and she was the closest person to me and my family. I feel I could have gone to her for anything, anything at all, especially now being almost 20 in a couple months. She could give me that wisdom that I need. She always told me, oh, you date someone who betters you, and my boyfriend betters me. And I think of her all the time. I tell my boyfriend, oh yeah, my aunt would definitely love you, adore the crap out of you. So there's that. And let me just forward to my actual attempt. So it was about 6 weeks ago. It was before I started working at my camp that I work at every year. It was the night before, and me and my boyfriend were talking. We were spending some time together, and things got really heated. And I don't know why, but in my mind that would trigger the end, the end. So I walked over, and I have HS, which is a skin disorder. And it's common than you think, but a lot of people hide it just because, no one wants to see what HS is. And I swallowed a whole thing of pills. These are my pills. Just you can tell this is a lot in there. And I stalled for a month on getting these because I was just really scared. So I swallowed them, and then my chest started to hurt, and my boyfriend made me throw them all up. And he was we gotta take you to the hospital, I was I'm not going to the hospital because I know I'm gonna just spend hours in there and not want to talk to anybody. But he convinced me. We spent some time in the parking lot talking. And Justin, I know you're watching this, and you are my biggest support system through everything. In these past 2 years, you have made me the happiest person ever, ever. And I always say this, I'm so sorry for putting you through that, and I know how difficult I can be, and I'm sorry for always putting my problems on you, but you never seem to mind, and you're the only one that I feel comfortable talking to, and the only person who understands me as me, So I'm so sorry, Justin, from the bottom of my heart. I know you wanted to be here when I made this video, but there was a reason I didn't want you to be here, because I wanted to talk by myself. I didn't want you in the background. So yeah, he convinced me to walk in there, and we spent some time in there. When we first got there, the lady was why would you do that? What's wrong with you? It's that's something you don't say to someone who just tried to kill themselves. She's well, did you call on God? I was man, I was raised in a very Christian household. I know you supposed to call on God, and believe me, I've tried, but sometimes you feel you just don't want to be here. Maybe heaven's better for me. Like, maybe I can see Aunt Crystal and I feel so much more at peace, not being here and worrying about debt and credit and paying car insurance and bills, like stuff like that, you know. And so we got in there and we ended up talking to the nurses, and the one nurse happened to be like, she did both my majors in school, so nursing and social work. And she didn't seem to care. She was like, this is routine. Like, here's one crazy lady who just tried to kill herself. Let me just take her blood and let me be out. And they were just complaining about how long they're being there, and you can hear all the conversations like, I don't want to be here, da da da. I'm like, same. But you know, and then hours passed. It was like 5 hours. We're in the hospital. You know, they have to check and make sure nothing's going on in my body. Like the pills didn't react a certain way. So after I was cleared to I didn't know there was nothing wrong, that I had to see a psychiatrist. I think that's what it was. And she was horrible, like beyond horrible. She was like, well they locked me up into this like room to like talk to me, and they left me in there with some crazy man, and they're like, I felt uncomfortable, so I went to go tell her I felt uncomfortable with this man in the room with me. And she's like, oh well, if you keep doing stuff like this, you end up in a place where there's a lot more crazy people. I'm like, kill yourself, man. Like, come on now, you don't tell that to me. Like, no, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, you don't say stuff like that to people who just tried to harm herself. Like, you don't scare me out of my depression, ma'am. But okay. So honestly, I was just giving an attitude to the whole thing. I was like, I want to go home. I want to go to sleep. I gotta be up in a couple hours. Like, just send me home, clear me to go home so I can leave. So ultimately, I think she didn't like my attitude, and she sent me home. So Mercy Fitzgerald and where is that, like Glenolden or Carlingdale or anything like that, they're horrible, like horrible staff. So yeah. So weeks after my 10th, I had been working, just trying to get my mind off of it. And my boyfriend is such an amazing person. Oh my gosh. If I was feeling any type of way, like I was feeling like I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to be here, he would literally call off of work and drive an hour and a half to come up here and see me. And I don't tell him how much I appreciate him as much as I should, but I appreciate him so much just because he's always there for me. Like, always. So sis, if you want to find yourself a man, make sure he's that kind of man. Yeah, and I was just feeling upset, and then I think every day is a battle for me, honestly. Every day is like something different. Some days I feel really good, some days I feel really bad, and that's just the way life is going. Like, I'm not on the verge of killing myself, you know, recovering from that, and if I feel like that, I talk to my boyfriend. But yeah, and to my mom, if you're watching this, Mom, I'm so sorry this is the way you found out. And I cry all the time from thinking about like if you had to bury me or something like that, because I know I'm your youngest and I'm your only girl, and that would break your heart, and I'm so sure it would break your heart. And I'm so sorry. In that moment, it was just me worrying about me. It wasn't me worrying about anybody else. And I don't want you to think that this had anything to do with you, because you're an amazing mom and I love you so much and how much you do so much for me. And I don't tell you how much I appreciate you either, but I love you to hell and back. To hell and back? To the moon and back. I love you to the moon and back. Wow. You're the woman I aspire to be, and how strong you are. You don't tell your kids much, but we see like you go through things like we go through things, and you've gone through life, and I hope to one day be as strong as mom as you are. So yeah. To my family, because I know you're watching it, this is about me. It isn't about you, it's about me. And I don't need you talking about me at the cookouts or Labor Day weekend or on the phone to anybody. Like, I don't need it. If they have a question, come to me, ultimately. I love everyone in my family as much as I say, oh, I don't like that person or anything like that. Like, my family has molded me to the person I am today, and I become stronger every day because of them, and I have a reason to keep fighting, because in the future, I want to have kids. Like, I'd love to have kids one day, so I know my kids need a mom, and I have to stay here to be, you know, their mom. So, yeah. Ultimately, I don't have much else to say. Like, I hope the person watching this, if you're not a close person to me, that you keep fighting. Even if you are close to me, you keep fighting through your depression. You keep fighting through everything that you feel, because life gets better. And I keep trying to tell myself that every day. And if you tell yourself that every day, I'm sure you'll believe it. And if you need anyone, you know, I'm always an open door. You can always contact me. And if you have me on social media, you can contact me. Like, I love to tell my story to prevent someone else from doing it, because this world loses too many people through violence, and you know, we don't need to lose any more people through suicide. So yeah. Ultimately, that's it for me. I hope you guys like this. Please leave me comments. Please don't say why would you do that and you're selfish, because I hear enough of it. Well, if you like this and you're just seeing it for the first time, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I'm trying to get up there in the YouTube world, but I have like 10 followers. Probably not even that. So, bye guys.